Hello everyone, Charles from Bible Unbound, and today we're going to take a look at another great offering from Holman. This is the Holman Handcrafted NASB 2020 large print Thinline edition. So I've been really impressed at what I've been seeing coming out of Holman Handcrafted editions. So I've got a couple of really nice ones, and this one I really like the coloring in it, which I'm going to show you in a minute. So as we take a look at the features on here, so this is a calfskin leather color, a Smyth-sewn, high quality paper, 2-column format, 10.5 point font, which is really readable. Art gilt edges, 3 ribbon markers, I like that. The 2-piece gift box, a nice where to turn section in the back, an actual Harmony of the Gospels, which I really like that they put that in there. Full color maps, 6.12 by 9.18 page size. And I'll take a look at the ISBN for those that want to see it. Now, I really like the coloring of this. I wasn't expecting it to be this color, but I like it. We're going to take it and open up. Out of the packaging, they have this really nice paper that comes with their handcrafted editions. So pop up the seal and take it out, and then we'll take a look at this gorgeous. So this is their marbled olive calfskin. Now just look at that coloring. You can see it on the overhead. It's beautiful coloring with this nice art gild. So it's a red under gold. Art gilding on the sides. As I said, there was 3 olive ribbon markers that are really nice, very thick, pretty close to a little over 1/2 inch, and they look like they're double-sided. Really nice. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spine hubs on the side with NASB, Holy Bible, New American Standard Bible, and the Holman logo on the spine. This is actually nice. I really like their calfskin options, and the coloring on this marbled calfskin is gorgeous. And I like the way the calfskins have this nice smooth feel to them, that they age really well. So it's a nice green stitching you see all the way around on that stitching, and that nice tooled edge line around here. Tab lined. Very nice thick tab sheet. Nice clean presentation page. Holy Bible, New American Standard Bible, Holman. As we take a look, we notice this is the 2025 printing on here. And there is a few color options. So there's the burnt sienna leather touch, an olive leather touch, premium goatskin, marble chestnut calfskin, and the marbled olive calfskin, which is what this is. Nice table of contents. You get your forward, the preface, your Old Testament and New Testament, showing that there's a where to turn section, table of weights and measures, and that nice Harmony of the Gospels, which I'm really looking forward to see how they're actually showing it. And with the laying flat, it doesn't seem to want to lay flat at first, but once that tab gets some use over time, that should actually get much better. Quick on their forward and the preface. You'll hear me saying in every video, read that preface at least one time, especially on a new translation that you've never read before. And I can see some of the coloring that looks, just read it in the preface as well. So explanation of their format, abbreviations and specialty markings, it's something to pay attention to as well. Since this only has the textual footnotes in the bottom, there are no cross references in this version. Get into the Old Testament. I like that red with that nice flower logo. So when we get into Genesis, you'll see the way the layout's going to be. So it's there's no openings, there's no explanations of the chapters. It's just straight, nice reading Bible. So you have Genesis in nice red, really large kind of red accent for the chapter numbers, and the verses are all red accents. Since this is a black letter Bible, there will be no red text. It's nice that they have the verse numbers in red that makes them really visible. So that way, if you were going to try to teach from this chapter sort of Bible, it's easy to see those references. And you'll notice that it is not 100% line matched, which actually isn't that bad. So you can probably see it more in the video here through that show through, which I'll turn to a poetic section in a little bit. We'll take a better look at that show through there. But you have this nice dual column design with a line, and underneath that line is going to be any textual footnotes. And at the top of the pages, you'll see that you have the notation for which chapter and or verse that you are on at the top of the pages. This one looks like it's what specific chapter on. So you've got Genesis 1:3 here, Genesis 3:4 here. And as we skip ahead a little bit, we'll look at some of the more poetic sections so you can see the show through. On these pages, it looks like this section is line matched. So that show through doesn't really harm it that much. You can still read really, really well. And I love the way this art gilding looks on here. So you've got that red under gold, that nice classic set of red there. It really, really sets off against these nice olive bookmarks and the olive coloring on the outside of your cover. Very nice. I do like that nice consistency in the print. This beautiful sort of thicker paper. And this is not the shiny paper, so it has a little bit of a matte to it. So these are actually very, very easy to read. I love what they've been doing with their paper on their premium options. So let us jump ahead into the Psalms so we can see what the poetic sections look like. So as we get into the Psalms, you see the way they format it. They do have that poetic formatting. That I like the way the verse numbers, since they're in red, it kind of sets that off. That has a really nice color scheme to that. I'm really impressed with this. This looks nice. So you have a nice description about the psalm itself. A little bit of a section here which tells what the psalm may be specifically geared toward. It's very nice. Very nice. We'll go ahead here back through Isaiah, which is another semi-poetic. That looks so well, and it is more line matched than I thought it was. It must have been a section at the beginning that didn't seem to be as line matched. And in Jeremiah, where you've got a mix, you've got the regular paragraph text and a poetic section here side by side. And if you look closely, that show through, it is there, and it looks like, it's a page and then the following page behind it. But with the line matching, it's very readable. And I love how they're using the full space. The text is not really, lost in the gutter. And it actually, in the middle, is really flat. I have a feeling that once you actually work this in a little bit more and maybe press and train it in, you can get that to lay even flatter over the time. So when you get closer to the beginning and end of the Bible itself, it's going to lay flat on its own. And it's so readable. I love the size of that font, and they're using the entire page. Now, so this really isn't for note-taking. There's very little edge around the outside, but there is enough spacing in between the lines of text that you can do underlining, maybe some highlighting in there as well. But I wouldn't necessarily call this a note-taking sort of Bible. And I really, really like these ribbons. These are nice, thick ribbons. I love that. That is good. And as we get into the New Testament, you'll see that it is a black letter. There are some formatting things that you'd have to check. So in the CSB, anything that's a direct reference to the Old Testament is going to be highlighted in a bold font. Now in this font change that you see here, these are where your references for your Old Testament references, for the most part, is going to be this sort of formatting, or you'll see bracketing, where this type of font change will let you know that it is an Old Testament reference. This beautiful, straightforward Bible that just Very, very clean. I love the paper. Very, very nice. You see it here as well. These are the Old Testament references, that the slightly different font, same size, but it's very obvious that that is an Old Testament reference. Okay, so after the end of Revelation, they have a nice where to turn section. So in some of your other Bibles that are like gift Bibles, you'll see these little where to turn sections when you look at it, like here, it's where you're blue, Psalm 42:5, and they actually have the page number for people that are just learning their Bible, and makes it easier for them to find that reference. I really like this whole thing. I've only really seen stuff like that in more gift Bibles. That's very nice. A very large, well-printed table of weights and measures. And this section I was looking forward to looking at, which is the harmony of the Gospels. Now, one of the nice study aids that I do like is this nice harmony of the Gospels, where you can see where a specific topic is spoke about in each of the 4 main Gospels. So you can see their specific accounts, because each one of these was written from the perspective of that person, you know, whether it's Matthew's perspective, Mark's perspective, Luke's, or John's. There's going to be slight differences because it's seen from another person's point of view. And I like that a harmony of this will help you see those and be able to combine them and compare them. This is a really, really good tool to dive a little bit deeper into your studies. So after that, you've got a nice clean sheet of paper separating, looks like a couple. Ooh. So you've got 2 full sheets of blank paper that would be excellent for notes. So even though you don't have the margins for note taking, you can actually put some nice notes in the back. Then you go into the maps. Now these maps are slightly thicker than the normal paper that's in here, but they are the same. It looks to be the same coloring, slightly whiter, but it's not shiny paper. And you can really see that Smyth-sewn binding in here, Smyth-sewn binding. Very beautiful, beautifully done CSV maps. To that rear tab sheet. To the rear page. I love how it's calfskin leather cover. Very nice. I like this green on the stitching that kind of blends into that. That's pretty sharp. I'm loving what Holman is doing for their handcrafted selection. Now, the handcrafteds are, you're getting these really nice premium Bibles at a really reasonable cost. Most of your calfskins are going to be a sub 200 for what is typically in a a custom build is going to be pretty expensive. Always check Holman's website and Holman's Amazon website for their links. You can usually find good deals, but for even full retail price, I think this would be an excellent Bible. I love these calfskin covers. They're very durable. They may scratch a little bit, but yeah, if you take good care of them, they will last you quite a while. Like, these are expected to be sort of heirloom qualities, and I feel that these are an excellent value for the cost. All in all, I really love this coloring too. The screen on this, and the big coloring in that is just that marbling. That's beautiful. It really sets it off. You know, I'm impressed. I've been really impressed with what I've been seeing from Holman. And I hope to see other manufacturers that are able to put out these higher quality Bibles at a more reasonable cost point. So this makes getting something that is premium and that is going to last in a much easier price point than if you're trying to get something custom made. So all in all, I love what Holman's doing, and I look forward to see what they're going to be producing in the future. This is just absolutely stunning. I like this. So with that, we're going to end the video here. As always, we ask you to like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know if you like this. If you have any other of the Holman line of their premium lines, and even their non-premium editions are coming at some really gorgeous things that are in a very, very reasonable price point. And I love what Holman and Lifeway has been doing. Go check out their channel, check out their pages. I will have a link to this in the description to where you can pick this up either through their Amazon page or through their actual Holman Lifeway page. Check it out. This is something that I have been impressed with. Just everything that I've been seeing coming out of them recently. So with that, as always, we hope that you have a nice day, night, evening, wherever you are. We hope to see you in the next video, and we hope to be able to bring more of this stuff to you as we go. So, take care.